Hello and welcome aboard Bus One. My name is Calvin and we're on our way to Loch Ness, Scotland. We have some extra time to kill, so let's play some trivia. Passengers, please go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Well, top of the morning to you. What's up? It's Aidan.
I'm Cooper.
And I'm Mitch, and I'm pretty sure it's pronounced Loch Ness.
We can get into that if you want.
5
that is
billion points
how it is pronounced.
I've been there.
Fight
I've
you
been
if you
there.
want.
Yes. But here in America, we say Loch Ness.
Hell yeah.
All right. Well, any guesses on what our topic for today is, fellas?
Nessie?
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 Is it
part of
Nessie?
it.
Cryptids
Or-
episode.
Cryptids number
Cryptids.
50.
It is going to be an episode all about cryptids.
Okay.
Now, I know
Wow.
Hell
they've
yeah.
worked their way into some of our trivia before. I know Cooper's murder mysteries have included some mention of cryptids, but this episode is going to be dedicated entirely to cryptids.
Nice.
Just show me where the Loveland frog.
I was about
man
to say,
is.
no way you have a Loveland Frogman question on
that,
it.
that old episode is amateur hour anyways. I'm sure, Calvin, yours is going to be much better.
Whoa. Mitch is starting so many fights here.
I'm aura farming. What can I say?
I do not think you. I don't think you know what that means.
I'm just going to keep saying it, and then people will believe me.
Actually, yeah, the more he says it, the more aura points he gains.
Exactly.
I'm just here to help study these beautiful, beautiful creatures.
I'm just here to win.
Nah, I want to kill him and look cool while doing it.
All right, well,
Calvin, are we killing cryptids? Wait, Calvin, are we killing cryptids or
What
are
is
we?
the lore of this episode, Calvin?
What are we doing to them?
well, let's talk a little bit about our rules today.
Okay.
Slow
There will
down.
be no killing of cryptids.
Thank God.
Damn it.
But we can farm the auras, we can win the trivia, and Cooper, why are you here again?
You got him.
Yeah, Cooper, why bother?
I'm helping
Yeah, why are
conserve
you
them.
in
I'm
here right now?
learning.
Okay,
We're
thank
learning
you.
about them.
I was asking honestly, but they
Oh,
took it as All right, anyways, our rules, we'll be using pretty standard Bus One rules. So if it's your first time listening, here's how it's going to work. We're going to have 3 rounds of questions, and each round will consist of 5 questions. Questions in round 1 are worth 1 point. Questions in round 2 are worth 2 points. Questions in round 3 will be worth 3 points. We will also be featuring a challenge question. What the challenge question is I will attempt to trick these contestants into believing an incorrect answer. However, if they are able to identify the challenge question, they will be getting bonus points. Now, I'm a big fan of the challenge question, so I'm going to change up the scoring a little bit. And really motivate, incentivize people to challenge. I don't want to end up in a
like that.
situation where
I like that.
the person in first place doesn't want to challenge
Right.
for fear of losing their
That's the
points.
coward's way out, and I'll
Yeah.
say it.
Exactly right.
I'll say it until I'm that person.
If you correctly challenge at the end of the episode, you will be given a bonus 3 points. If you correctly challenge immediately after a question, it's going to be a bonus 5 points.
Okay.
Plus the value of the question. And on top of all of that, any points that were previously awarded for that question will be subtracted from your opponents. Clear on that?
Big,
Devastating.
huge.
So, big risk,
Do you
big
still,
reward.
if
Go
you
ahead,
challenge
Cooper.
in the middle though, do you lose the 5 points or is it still only a deduction of 3?
Any incorrect challenge will be a loss of 3 points.
No matter when
At
it
any
happens.
point, it doesn't matter when, it'll just
I
be
like
a loss
it.
of 3 points.
I like it.
I like it.
Changing the game,
Wow.
All right.
For the better.
literally.
Oh, and if you don't use your challenge, I'm just going to take away all of your points.
Damn! Got him!
I'm just here for the
Damn.
vibes anyway.
Savagery.
Cooper's gonna hold his challenge purposefully so that he ends up with 0 points.
I'm taking off in the lead, and at the very end, I'm like, here you go.
Wow. Hero.
I just did it for the cryptids.
Okay, so are we all clear on how the challenge question scoring is going to work?
Yep.
Clear and ecstatic.
I'm ready.
All right.
As
well,
crystal.
the last thing we have to go over, I know John's not here, but no Googling, no using outside information, no encyclopedias. It's just whatever's in your head.
What if I have a small cryptid living in my head?
You lucky duck.
I have the Loch Ness brain worm that I got from swimming in it.
His name's Eugene.
Damn, I'm sorry that happened to you, or happy that happened to you. Either one.
Damn, I'm
that
sorry
happened to
or
you.
also happy that happened to you.
That is the most happened to you thing ever.
All right. Any questions about our rules today?
I think we're good, Calvin.
I think we're good.
All right. Well, before we begin, our legal team has actually advised me to make this disclaimer. So real quick, I'm just going to read through this disclaimer, make sure we're all squared away, and then we will begin. Whew. The content presented herein may include references to beings commonly referred to as mythical creatures, such as but not limited to dragons, unicorns, mermaids, werewolves, fairies, and other entities of folklore, legend, or cultural tradition. These references are provided for entertainment, storytelling, artistic, and/or educational purposes. No statement made in this podcast should be interpreted as a claim, assertion, endorsement, or denial of the actual existence or non-existence of any such entities. The inclusion of these references does not imply any factual basis or scientific validation and is not intended to serve as evidence for or against the presence of such beings in the natural world. Alrighty, we got that?
Got it.
No.
So you're saying all of these things are real and can be found in the real world? Is that did I get that right?
Absolutely. I support all opinions on this matter, and I think it's important to have that open sort of mind frame.
I would trust all of these creatures with my
Calvin's
kids.
really both sidesing the crypto.
Calvin's really happy and or sad that those cryptids happened to you.
That's right.
All right, let's get started with round one, question one. Oh, by the way, this entire round is dedicated to my personal favorite cryptid, Bigfoot. So these are all going to be questions
This one's for you,
about
Bigfoot.
Rest in
Bigfoot.
peace, buddy.
So question one. One of the most prolific figures in folklore is, of course, Bigfoot. Based on previously reported data and encounters, which state are you most likely to encounter Bigfoot? Is it A, Minnesota, B, Tennessee, C, Maine, or D, Washington? We're starting with Aidan.
I mean, statistically, I'm most likely to encounter him in Indiana because that's where I am. However, I think the answer you're looking for is Nashville. Or Tennessee, sorry.
Nashville
specifically.
Nashville specifically. Bro lives on Broadway.
Well, Aidan, you may be how's the pickup line go? Are you from Nashville?
only
Because
10
you're the
I
only
see.
10 I see.
Calvin.
But I'm sorry,
Whoa.
that's not the answer I'm looking
Zero.
for.
You're hot and sexy, but that's not right.
Damn.
Hey, hot and sexy. Better luck
Maybe read a
next time.
book.
You know who else is hot and sexy? Bigfoot. And I want to know where you're most likely to see him. It's not Tennessee, so we're going to Cooper next.
The Washington that you said, was this District of Columbia or?
Yeah, he's in the government, actually.
Vacation. No, I'm referring to the
Hey,
state
we have
of
a
Washington.
Bigfoot in office. Am I right, guys? I'll say Washington State.
Cooper, that is correct. That
Damn
will
it.
be
That's
1
what I was
point.
gonna
he's
say.
Pacific Northwest. Now
That's
I
what I was
remember
gonna say.
the Murder Mystery 3 intro.
You fool.
All right, moving on to question 2. Like all cryptids, Bigfoot is quite elusive. I suppose you could even say that Bigfoot is a big sneaker. Which begs the question, if Bigfoot needed some sneakers to conceal his footprints, what size shoe would he wear?
Wow.
Is this a multiple choice?
Source?
This will be open-ended.
It came to me in a dream.
Did you talk to Bigfoot, Calvin?
This is based
You know what they say about big
off
sneakers?
the largest supposed casting ever taken of a Bigfoot
Oh,
print.
okay. Cool.
It's like, what's his shoe size, or what's his?
Largest shoe size, yeah. Using American
Is this
US shoe
women's
sizes.
sizes or men's sizes?
Men's.
Male Bigfoot.
You didn't even stop and consider that Bigfoot could be a woman. Is this
He is in the
open-ended or do we?
ad. I think it's open-ended.
I'm just thinking because I don't remember what like a large shoe size.
Okay, I'll go.
is.
I'll buzz in. I'll buzz in.
We'll start with Cooper here.
16.
Oh.
Size 16, okay.
Okay.
Next, we'll go to Mitch.
I was going to say 15.
15. Okay.
That's great because I was going to say 17, but I think he can fit in a 16. It's just going to be a little cramped and uncomfy.
Wait, are we working half sizes
He's
or
a
is it
15
rounding?
wide.
Yeah. He's a 16
15
wide. And it's actually a 17.
Well,
16
you guys
narrow.
are all really far off the mark.
Oh, really?
But on a technicality,
He's a 7.
he's a child's 20.
Aidan is technically the closest.
Correct.
He's got really big feet.
His
Who
feet
would've
can't be
guessed?
that big.
Yeah, they don't call him Littlefoot.
No, that's from Land Before Time.
Yeah.
That's a real thing that doesn't.
Okay, so how big? How big?
So
Yes.
his actual foot size would be a size 50. 50.
Jeez, what? How big is a 50? Wait,
is
does
it
that
like
exist?
a logarithmic scale?
So actually, I've got a bonus question here. That's
Ooh, okay.
like
Okay.
shoe sizing
About
in
the
general.
logarithms.
I'll tell you that the size 50 shoe comes from a 24-inch foot length.
Oh, so like his foot is worth 2 of your foot.
Interesting.
I see what you did there, Aidan. So, if anybody knows how like the American shoe size is calculated,
Oh, I have no
or
idea.
anything about like
ooh.
shoe sizing, if you can give me a fun fact about,
Logarithmic.
You want to hear my guess?
yeah, I do, Aidan.
Well, actually, this is just. I realize that this is completely foolish now that I'm about to say it. I was going to say it's like something to do with the ratio of the length to width or something like that. Something ratio
Try
length to width.
Um,
That doesn't make any sense.
yeah, I'm afraid that's not going to get you the
Unfortunately,
bonus
that
point.
is garbage.
Mitch, you want to take a shot at it?
All I was going to say is the only fact that I know about shoes is you need to be careful about wearing those pointed shoes because they'll cram up your toes if you wear them too often. So you should wear like pretty
up them
wide
toes.
tipped
I heard
wide tipped
Rumpelstiltskin
shoes.
talking about that.
Yeah, because they will literally like crumple over. I've seen it. They'll crumple over each other. So wear
Yikes.
wide shoes.
That's
Clown
great advice
shoes.
from Mitch, but that's not going
Thanks,
to be
Mitch.
worth a bonus.
It's not an
Yeah,
answer. Thanks.
Mitch is crashing out over the complete non-answer. Just kidding.
But wear white shoes.
I don't know how it's sized, but I like them wide.
Cooper,
I'll say just like a basic answer of it's just its own unit and it just gets bigger from there. I don't know what it's based
Just
off
gets
of.
bigger from there.
okay.
Wait, I've got a good one. I got put shoes.
Wear wide and or
shoes.
skinny shoes.
You put shoes on your feet.
That's huge.
Give it to me, Calvin. Extra points.
Well, okay, Mitch, if you can guess if I put my left shoe or my right shoe on first,
Okay. 50,
I might
50.
consider.
Hang
Are
on.
you left-footed or right-footed?
You put your right foot on, or your right shoe on first.
Put your
I
right
don't.
foot on.
I use my
Oh
left
my
foot.
God. You were just gonna say the opposite of whatever I was gonna say. Okay.
No, it's a holdover from when I was in marching band. We would always step
Or
off, like
start-
our
step
first
off
step
with
is with
left.
the left foot. So
Wow.
Okay. Well.
It's
okay.
8 to
ingrained in
5.
his psyche.
8 to 5, yes sir. But back to shoe sizes and how it works. It's dated back to like an old English system. We stole it from the British.
Of course.
And they used a unit of measurement that was just the barley corn, like a literal like kernel of corn.
I know about the barley
really?
corn.
Yeah, so if
Aidan
you had
knows
something
units.
about the barley corn, or if you knew the actual like conversion equation,
But
then
I
would've-
said unit.
Is it measured in barley corn?
it is.
Wow.
And that
No
was kind of like
way.
the foundation.
So my foot is actually like
12
12 barley
barley
coin.
Your foot is that big.
it's
I wear
a single barley corn
13.
is standardized as
Damn.
1/3 of an inch.
You got
Wow.
some feet.
It's more than it's a lot of barley corns, right?
That's a fair amount of barley corn.
Don't say it, Cooper. Don't say it.
But the actual conversion equation is 3 times your foot length in inches minus 23. So if you take a
Interesting.
ruler,
So you would have given us a point if we knew that specific formula.
It's a bonus point. It's a bonus.
It's a bonus point. Yeah.
Bigfoot would have known
barley
it, Cooper.
corn.
all
Barley
right,
corn's
well,
fun.
we spent enough time on that question, so we'll move on to question 3. This is also going to be a multiple choice question. Which current NBA team uses Bigfoot as a mascot? Is it A, Seattle, B, Utah, C, Denver,
Bigfoot.
or D, Portland?
The Utah Bigfoot? No, it's
We're
not me.
starting with Mitch here.
I think Portland.
Can't remember
Mitch,
what Portland's team is.
Yeah, Mitch nailed it on
Got
the
it.
head. That's
It's the
1
Portland
point to Mitch.
Bigfoots? Big feet?
What's their team?
The mascot is a Bigfoot. The team name, they are the Portland Trailblazers.
Yeah.
Trailblazers.
But their mascot, his name, is Douglas Fir. So
That's
kind of a pun.
really good, actually.
But that's going to be a point to Mitch. I was trying to get a little tricky with this question because Seattle, when they had a team, also used Bigfoot as a mascot. They were the Seattle Supersonics, but they also used Bigfoot.
Really?
But that team left Seattle and is now the Oklahoma City Thunder.
And they're in the finals, baby.
They are. At the time of recording, the finals are still going on.
Wow.
Is Bigfoot known to be supersonic?
I think he's pretty super, but I don't think he's
And
ever supersonic.
gotta go fast.
Right.
Gotta go fast. Can't catch the hedgehog faker.
Oh.
Live and learn.
So that's 1 point to Mitch, which I think things are all tied up right now. Everyone
That's
has
pretty
1
hot.
point. So we'll move on into question 4. Question 4 is going to be another open-ended question. According to the Bigfoot Field Research Organization, which was founded in 1995. Yes, it's a real group. You can look it up.
Be fucking for real organization.
Yes, I like that, Aidan.
Thanks, Aidan.
Yeah.
How many Class A and Class B encounters have been reported in the United States?
Ever?
I will give the criteria for Class A and Class B encounters.
Yes, please.
A Class A encounter is like an encounter where like the misidentification of other animals can clearly be ruled out. It's usually like a close proximity, direct sighting.
That's Bigfoot.
100% was a Bigfoot encounter.
It's like Bigfoot was my mother-in-law.
Like I saw it walking across my yard or you know, something like that. I was out
There's one
fishing and I
Bigfoot.
saw Bigfoot by the river.
Is this confirmed Class A?
Certified.
Class A is like a confirmed visual sighting.
Still no
Class
pictures
B.
though, huh?
Alleged.
The legend confirmed.
Alleged confirmed. Yeah.
Class B is an encounter where Bigfoot was most likely present, but it wasn't like directly observed, or it was at such a great distance where like it's possible that the observation could have been something else.
Could have been little.
Bigfoot question mark.
I'm looking for how many Class A and Class B encounters there have been in the United States.
Since 1995 or whatever date you said.
Or
Yes.
do they backtrack
They
it?
do backlog the reports.
Oh, shoot.
The organization has existed
Crap.
since 1995, but they do probably consider reports from
That
previous
probably
years.
changes my answer then.
So take a second to think it
Yeah.
over.
200
Which is like, damn, I had a number on lock.
Well, I did. I was like reasonable for like how many years since but
Mitch, you got an answer?
yeah, I'm gonna up my answer for sure if they backlog.
upping it.
Let me crunch the numbers real quick. I think I'm gonna
He's crunching.
I'm gonna say 10,000.
10,000. Okay. Aidan, we'll go to you next.
There's only, okay, is there only one Bigfoot or are there
That's
big
what
feet?
I was gonna ask. Is it a species?
Yeah, the general consensus is that it's a species with multiple, like, viable populations with, you know, individuals spread across a range.
That's a very good clarifying question. So Mitch said 10,000.
Yes.
I'm going to say 100,000.
Oh wow, okay.
Okay.
Yeah,
10,000.
I think there's a lot of Class B and not a lot of Class A.
Yeah.
And then finally we'll go to Cooper.
You guys are forgetting that there's no pictures.
It's
Confirmed,
So you think
though,
more?
Cooper.
You
It's
think more?
allegedly confirmed.
You would possibly.
Yeah, but how many people are willing to like report this? You know what I mean? Like how many
In their
people
heart of
actually
hearts.
exist that are willing to report these numbers to
Mitch,
this?
I'd do it. If I saw
10,000?
I
Bigfoot,
said
I'd tell
10,000.
someone.
I feel bad for gaming it, but I'm gonna just do 9,999.
Gaming is okay.
You should feel
Because
bad.
I was gonna say like 50 until
Oh, really?
Wow.
No, tons more than 50, I bet.
Because Class B is just, could have been Bigfoot.
Could've
I
been.
could say that about anything.
Right?
My power went out today. Could have been Bigfoot.
could have.
But are you going to put in the work to put in a
I'll
report
do it
about
right now. Permission to Google.
Well, the actual answer is 5,690.
Oh, wow.
This
So
point
I'm
is
on.
gonna
more than
No,
I
it's
thought.
Mitch.
No, it's Cooper. It's Cooper.
Sorry.
I
I thought you said-
specifically went under both.
Yeah.
said 50,000. That's on me. 5,000 in like
That's a
30
lot. Yeah,
years?
that doesn't seem like
Not
it's
enough Bigfoot.
I guess people just aren't brave enough in their heart of hearts.
Yeah, or people take it
the
very
government
seriously.
is making everybody believe that they're crazy.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a third. There's a Class C encounter too. You know, it's basically
Smelled like Bigfoot.
the filler category. Like, if it wasn't Class A or B, then it had to be
Right.
C. So, like, if some old guy was like, "Oh, I heard something weird in the woods," like that gets
Are there like a lot more?
is it like
than that?
thrown into Class C.
A
Surely.
is absolutely Bigfoot, B is Bigfoot, and then C is could have been Bigfoot.
Do
There
they
was
have to?
I think that's fair, Aidan.
Yeah.
Do they
so-
have to submit their report and then the agency like classifies it? I assume then.
Yeah. They
Oh,
will
okay,
use,
that makes a lot more sense. Okay,
there's
Somebody's
like
job is to
right. Someone's
that-
paid to do that.
There's
No,
that story
I think
of
it's
the
mostly
bear
volunteers.
that
Volunteer, of course, it's volunteer.
there's that story of the bear that like hurt his paw, and so he had to like walk on his hind legs. And so there's like tons of sightings of this bear just like walking on its hind legs.
Mhm.
Who's to say that that wasn't Bigfoot though?
It's true. In a bear costume.
In a bear costume,
Mhm.
so we can blend in.
They're evolving.
Well, I'm
They're
afraid
among
we may
us.
never know, but
What if Calvin's Bigfoot and he's leading us astray with this episode?
just trying to throw everybody off the trail.
Calvin, don't you work in the
Show us your
wilderness?
feet, Calvin.
I was a wildlife major, yeah.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, yes.
I know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
We'll move on to question 5. This will be a multiple choice question. Stories of Bigfoot-like creatures have been told by different cultures all across the world. Which of the following is not a regional or cultural name for Bigfoot or a Bigfoot-adjacent creature?
Okay.
I'm looking for which one is not. A, skunk ape. B, tree knocker. C, yowie. D, wood booger. Or E, skookum. We're starting with Cooper.
I'm going to go tree knocker.
Cooper, that is a...
Wrong.
Oh, is it wrong?
That is a correct.
Wrong answer.
Was that right?
That is correct.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Shoot.
Damn.
Now, Calvin, I hate to bring this up, but I did have a very similar question to this on Murder Mystery 3.
Boo.
Murder Mystery 3D, Blood Runs Cold.
He's shattering the
So,
illusion.
I'm an expert, basically. is what
So
I'm
basically what you're saying is you should give up those points.
Aiden, I'm already going to give them up at the end when
Oh,
I
yeah.
decide
Of course.
not to challenge.
Yeah, I didn't
Oh.
remember Skunk Ape, but that was the only one I remember.
Skunk ape.
Yeah, skunk ape is like supposedly like southeastern United States. Tree knocker,
Hardly know her.
as they are Bigfoot is
be
supposedly
knocking.
like will use like tree knocks to communicate with other Bigfoots. The yowie is native to Australia. The wood booger
Yowie.
is from Virginia, and skookum is a nickname in the Pacific Northwest.
I remember
So-
Woodburger.
So what did you say was a tree knocker? What is that?
It's like a type of behavior that Bigfoots will use, but I made that term up. It's not
okay.
used to describe
Refer
the species.
to.
But it's
Okay.
something they do.
I'm a little sus of that question. That's
It's
okay.
something Calvin's people does to communicate.
The plural of Bigfoot, is it Bigfoots, big feet,
Big's foot.
That's a good question.
Bigfoot, like
That's a good
attorneys
question.
general?
Is that question 5?
It's Bigfoots.
Bigfoots. Is that official?
Yeah, that would be the official pluralization of Bigfoot.
Okay. Big footsies.
That's crazy.
Get Quentin Tarantino up in this.
He's going to
He
have the
would be
first
down.
Class S encounter.
You know what the S stands for.
All right, well, that'll be a point to Cooper. And that brings us to the end of round 1. We'll do a quick little score check here. Aidan, how many points do you have?
Singular.
1 point for Aidan. Cooper.
Wow.
Whoa. That's 3
That's-
for our
that's 3 for
non-French
our
speaking
non-French.
audience.
Nonchalant over there.
Procentois.
That's my job.
Hey, I'm the one that's nonchalant. Thank you.
Yeah, who's had a crash out this episode?
I have a crash out
A
every
very
episode.
nonchalant
Or a
crash
We all
out.
get 1 free crash out per episode.
Oh
You already
no!
used
I'm
it, Mitch.
gonna use more. I'm sorry.
Which one costs you? We actually fine you.
Can I use your twos, please?
The league will fine you per crash out after your
Okay.
free.
I actually want to like enumerate like who has had the most crash outs.
Probably Cameron.
Probably get it.
Or Max. Max
Oh,
crashes
that's
out a
true.
lot. And Bryce.
Oh, you can find me. I've got the money. Don't worry.
He's trying to be nonchalant.
All right, well, and Mitch, you've got 1 point as well.
I've
Is
got
that
1
correct?
point. I've got 1
You
point.
got one.
All right.
One
well,
Bigfoot in the truck.
we will pause here for our audience question. See you shortly.
Bye.
Bye.
Oi, hope you're enjoying having your eyes open to the truth. That's right, this is complete proof of the existence of Bigfoot, the biggest bad boy of all so-called mythical creatures. And you know what they say about big feet. Big shoes to fill. Cryptids are long-lost creatures that Big Brother doesn't want you to know is out there. But which of the following cryptids was the first to be encountered? A. The Jersey Devil. B. Loch Ness Monster. C. The Yeti. Or D. Bigfoot himself. Again, which of the following creatures was said to be encountered first? A. The Jersey Devil. B. The Loch Ness Monster. C. The Yeti. Or D. Bigfoot. Hope you all enjoy being schooled on the truth. Oh yeah, and if you think we're just flat out wrong about something, I just dare you to email us at hi@bus1trivia.com to prove us wrong. Also, give the podcast 5 stars and tell your friends about it, why don't ya? Anyway, back to the gang.
All right, well, welcome back. We are moving. Welcome back. Moving into round 2, where questions are now worth 2 points.
Wow.
Question 6 will be an open-ended question, and I will begin describing the appearance of another famous cryptid found in North America. The first person to buzz in and correctly identify this cryptid will earn 2 points. This cryptid is a bipedal figure with thin legs, cloven hooves. We have Aidan.
Jersey Devil.
It is absolutely the Jersey Devil.
Wow.
Yes!
You got that
Sorry, I
from
gotta
thin
be
legs?
nonchalant about it.
You got that from thin legs?
Thin legs, dude. Well, because it was either Mothman or Jersey Devil in my head. Those are the only 2 North American cryptids I know.
What about there's like
and the Loveland Frogman?
There's like the skinwalkers. I forget what those are. They start with W.
Wendigo? No, that's a
Wendigo.
different thing. Oh,
That's it. That's
that
it.
is it. Okay. And hot damn, it's the Loveland Frog.
Hot damn. It's the Loveland Frogman.
Hot damn. Nice. Do you have other fun
Hey, congrats.
descriptions, Calvin? Sorry, I sniped that.
Skinny
I can
legs.
finish
That was a
the
snipe.
description for
Yeah,
go ahead.
that
Go
may
ahead.
be less familiar with the
For a mental
Jersey
picture. Yeah.
Devil. So bipedal figure, thin legs, cloven hooves, short T-Rex-like arms, bat-like wings, a long forked tail, a goat-like head with horns, and it inspired the team name for a National Hockey League team, the New Jersey Devils, and is rumored to stalk the Pine Barrens of New Jersey. But
Nice.
Aiden only needed 2 of those to...
He just
All
needed
right.
skinny legs.
Well done, Aiden. That is 2 points for you.
Feeling great. Why did I write 22? There we go.
This isn't May 22nd.
Too soon.
All right.
And or late.
We will move into question 7. We're going to stay on the topic of North American cryptids. This will be a multiple choice question. What is the name of the legendary creature from Algonquin folklore who is said to possess their victims, filling them with an insatiable hunger and the desire to murder? We have someone buzzing in already.
Is it the
Aiden?
freaking
wow.
Wendigo?
I think it's the Wendigo.
Oh
Is it
my
the
God.
freaking Wendigo?
This is-
This is
dang.
ridiculous.
Damn it.
You said Algonquin. I was like, I'm pretty sure that's the Wendigo.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Man,
That hurts. That hurts
Sorry.
my body.
Should
I
have
had a
taken the
moment-
shot.
There's a moment where Aiden's like, yeah, I only know the New Jersey Devil and, Frogman, and that's it. I mean, you guys started naming off a few others, and I was like, oh boy.
Oh yeah, I didn't
Those
realize
are
this
all
whole.
my next
I
questions.
forgot about this whole round being. Yeah,
Oh, it's all good.
I should have kept my mouth shut. I'm sorry, Calvin.
So you're saying
I
next
might
is
even
the Loveland Frogman?
Damn, I just love it.
No.
switching the questions around. Copy paste.
The next question is actually going to be about Mothman.
Oh yeah.
The Mothman was first spotted near the town of Point Pleasant, West Virginia in November of 1966. Despite its name, Mothman does not really resemble a moth. He's a large 7-foot tall humanoid with bird-like wings and glowing red eyes. Many people have theorized that actual sightings of Mothman were just actually a large bird. So based off of the region of Point Pleasant, West Virginia, which of the following birds would not be an acceptable explanation for Mothman's appearance?
I love a good Calvin Bird question.
Yeah, I don't.
love a good
Bringing
Calvin
it
Bird
back to
question.
the basics.
Okay.
Had to do one. So your 4 options are A, shoebill stork, B, sandhill crane, C, great blue heron, or D, great horned owl. Mitch, we're starting with you.
I'm going with the crane.
The sandhill crane is incorrect.
Dang.
Cooper?
I'm trying to remember my bird maps. I'm going to go with great blue heron.
Great blue heron is also incorrect. Aidan, it's down to you.
50-50, Aidan, don't you dare miss.
Don't say that. Don't say that. I'm going to miss. If I miss, I'm going to have my legally sanctioned crash out.
Owl or stork?
No,
Go.
I need that.
I'm going to say stork. Give me stork.
Shoebill stork is correct.
Wow.
No crash outs yet.
So that is 2
Crash
points to Aidan.
in.
I'm curious. If you guys had to guess where the shoebill stork is native to, what part of the world would you say?
Shoe bill. Well, Mitch likes wide shoes famously.
Yeah.
So,
Bill.
gotta be wide.
Florida.
Not quite.
I'm going to say Southeast
Texas.
Asia.
Not Southeast Asia, not Texas. The shoebill stork is actually native to like Central Africa.
Oh. wow.
Whoa.
Are we all
Really?
familiar with the bird?
Wait, is the shoebill stork the one that they like saw in Europe with like the spear through its neck, and that's like what actually like? Have you ever heard that story of like there was a stork flying in Europe that had a spear in its neck, and they like went up to it and found the spear in its neck, and that was at the time that they thought like birds just like burrow into the ground in the winter. They didn't know where birds are going, and then that spear was like an African spear, and they're like, how did that bird go down to Africa? And that's what like the first thing that made them think like, oh, birds like fly south, like
That's
thousands
crazy.
of miles.
That's a great story.
Yeah, I've not heard that story, so I
I
can't
think that's a
say.
cryptid, though.
I should have known that. Dang it!
Oh, you don't know about
I'm
the
out here-
European cryptid spearbird?
I'm out here giving fun facts for free.
Is that a crash out?
No, no.
Ref. VAR, please.
Come on, call that.
Anyways, the shoebill stork is like that crazy kind of like dinosaur looking bird that's got like the massive shoe bill.
Shoe bill.
Yeah.
Calvin, can I Google a picture of a shoe bill stork?
Absolutely. Go. You guys all have 30 seconds. You can Google a shoebill
Anything?
stork if you haven't seen it.
Shoe bill.
This is a
They're pretty
dinosaur
wild
looking.
Shoe
Oh, wait, this is a
That
great.
doesn't look too much like. Oh my gosh,
on.
that's a scary image.
Oh,
If
okay.
you're
I've seen
listening
that
at
before.
home right now, I hope you are also Googling it while.
That's probably the same thing that they used for the I forget what the name of them, but in Skyward Sword,
Prehistoric
they kind of look like the
dinosaur.
Skyward Sword birds. Is that just me?
Of course.
Maybe it is. That's a question
Can I
for
look
another
at permission
day.
to Google that, Calvin?
30 seconds is up.
Permission to
Wait,
play
please,
romance
please,
from the
please.
Skyward
Flag on the
Sword.
play.
We're moving on.
Oh, damn it.
Moving on to question 9. We're going to be talking about the Fresno Nightcrawler now.
Finally.
While it may be a lesser known cryptid, the Fresno Nightcrawler is still rather unique and interesting. That was first spotted in Fresno, California back in 2007. Which of the following descriptions is most applicable to the Fresno Nightcrawler? Is it A, pale, zombie-like creature with no legs that uses its arms to crawl along the ground? Is it B, a dark grayish inchworm-like creature that grows up to 2 feet in length and has strange tentacle-like antennae? Is it C, a translucent spider-like creature that travels along power lines, harvesting electricity for its shock attacks? Or D,
That's
crazy.
awesome.
I buzzed in.
Mitch buzzed.
I buzzed in.
I'll go ahead and finish it, Mitch.
Oh, okay.
Or D, a ghostly white bipedal figure with no discernible body, head, or arms.
D.
Whoa.
Mitch,
You buzzed
are...
in
Yeah.
before D. Mitch
Yeah.
Knew
read?
the other 3 were false.
Yeah. What can I say?
Insane aura.
What can I say?
You just buzzed in for an answer that was just
Wait,
like
Calvin,
a
was that
None of those
correct? I
sounded.
think
quadriplegic
you-
guy.
None of those sounded right. So I was like, okay, it's got to be D.
Yeah,
It's gotta be
Mitch is-
the
Mitch is correct,
quadriplegic
too.
guy.
I also am very
That's
slow to
crazy.
buzz, so I wanted to buzz before you two did.
What was the
Nessa?
answer?
I was right.
The Fresno
all
Nightcrawler
you need to
is a ghostly white bipedal figure with no discernible body, head, or arms. So it's literally just kind of like a pair of legs walking around.
They call him the Nightcrawler?
It's the
Like
Fresno
X-Men.
Nightcrawler.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys want to take another free Google search here, just check out
Wow.
what the Fresno Nightcrawler looks like.
I actually do know what it looks like. I've seen it.
You've
You know,
seen
it's,
it?
it's not like a violent
not in real
class.
life.
Class C.
Not in real life. I've seen pictures. I've heard of it before.
Whoa, this thing's crazy.
Yeah.
This is in Fresno?
In Fresno, yeah.
Yo, I gotta
man.
go to Fresno.
I think so to Fresno.
Miss Fresno? It's just like legs for days.
I'll be honest, Calvin. As soon as option A, you said it doesn't have legs, I was like, okay, I think I know what it is because
Wow.
it's definitely like all leg.
It's all
It's
leg.
all
It's all
leg.
leg.
All leg.
Nothing but
Oops, all
legs.
leg.
Oops, all leg is the Fresno Nightcrawler's catchphrase.
Legs
It's
for
like a-
days.
I imagine you pull up to Fresno. It's like the witching hour. You drive into a CD theater,
The witching hour.
and it's a burlesque show, and the curtain rises, and you see this like leg
Sexy
dance,
leg, yeah.
and then the curtain rises more, and you realize
It's all.
just-
it's all leg, and then you die. I think.
Yeah.
The second you
that's
see
what
the top
happens.
of the leg, you die.
You die.
For some reason, the only thing I thought about when you were describing that is Patrick in the SpongeBob movie with the sexy legs.
Fishnets and
Sexy
the-
legs.
Yeah.
I don't know
Oh
why
my
I thought
gosh.
about that, but that just came to my mind.
Imagine that, but if there was just legs.
But it was-
How
welcome to my
terrifying
brain.
would that be?
Welcome to my brain.
How
dark,
terrifying.
twisted world.
Patrick's beautiful legs, but only legs.
Only those.
All right, well, that's 2 points to Mitch, and we're going to go into question 10 here.
I can't believe.
I sniped it.
Question 10 will be open-ended, and we're talking about the Michigan Dogman. If you're not
So
familiar,
Not the
close.
frog
So
man.
close. So close.
the Michigan Dogman is described as a 7-foot-tall, werewolf-esque creature with a terrifying howl. According to the legends, the Dogman only appears every 10 years. So, which year will the Dogman next appear?
That's a great question. Actually, I love that question.
It's a leap year.
Aidan, we'll start with you.
2029.
2029 is
Not a chance.
not correct.
Not a chance.
Damn.
I'll give everyone else the chance to answer here, but if no one gets it on the nail, I'll give the points to whoever's the closest.
You just give them to me if no one hits it.
Mitch, we'll go to you next.
Just having a psychic event.
This year.
2025, okay.
No way.
Wow.
Wow,
That's
thanks
my
for
guess.
dating us,
Nice
Mitch.
round year.
Cooper?
If
Cooper's
I
just
were a
having to
dog,
Dog years.
7.
I didn't think about that.
2027.
I'm a fool.
Cooper, are you locking that in?
I am locking that in.
Oh my god, he's crashed in.
I am on lock.
That logic somehow worked out for you, Cooper. You nailed
Yes.
it.
What the hell?
On
crazy.
the
That's
dot.
insane.
I was actually kind of close.
Well, so was
Okay,
Aidan.
hold on,
Aidan was
hold on.
probably 2 years.
There's 10 options.
We're equally as close.
You
Mitch.
said the wrong option.
Hey,
Being wrong is a state of mind.
Mitch
Cooper.
either got the right or wrong answer, you know?
Every multiple choice question, Mitch was like, I was so close.
Damn, so close.
Damn, I was so close. If you only gave me 9 more tries, I would have had that on lock.
Oh boy. Well, that does it for round 2. So let's go ahead and do another score check here.
I've
Aidan,
gone
how many
up
points
to
do you
Aidan
have?
took
I've gone up to
off.
7. I
7
knew those
points
North
for
American
Aidan.
cryptids, baby.
I have
Cooper, how many
5.
points for you? 5.
Cinco.
And then Mitch.
For
I
our
have
Spanish
3.
Where's
3
Vader?
points for Mitch.
Wow.
Rightio. All right, fellas. We are going to move into our final round.
I'm so excited.
I
This
come
round-
alive in the 3rd round.
He does.
We are going to be talking about international cryptids at this point. We are
Finally.
going
Like
across the
Muppets
I think I
aisle.
Most
got this.
Wanted.
Yes.
I think I got this. Give me some.
Give
So
me.
we'll go ahead and dig into question 11. It's about the Yeti, also known as the Abominable Snowman, is said to inhabit the Himalayan
snow
mountain
goat?
range. So if the tallest Yeti were to stand on the tallest mountain within the Himalayas, approximately how many feet above sea level would the top of its head be? This will be
What?
open-ended.
So basically, it's how tall is Mount Everest?
How tall is Mount Everest?
And then how
Plus,
tall
Plus a
is
how
Yeti.
tall
a
is
Yeti?
the Yeti?
Plus
Yep.
the Yeti.
We're
Plus the
going to
Yeti.
start with Cooper here.
Oh man, how tall is Everest? I'm gonna say 29,000 feet. That is,
29,000
Feet.
even?
and 5.
29,005. Okay. Next, we're going to go to Aidan.
This is an oddly specific number, but I'm having a vision. I'm going to say 25,132 plus 8 for the Yeti for 25,140.
Mitch?
What did Cooper say again?
Cooper said
29?
Yes, 29,005.
Maybe the Yeti's just
29,006. I'm going to do what
insane.
you did to me.
He thinks the Yeti is
Except
1
you're gonna be
foot
wrong.
taller.
Fair is fair. The actual
to me.
answer is 29,000 and 47 feet.
Oh, that is.
That's insane. That's crazy.
I'm sure you guys are curious.
Close. You were so
I was so close with
Cooper,
like 29,005.
Take
Are
your
you
one
kidding
sanctioned
me?
crash out right now.
Yeah. Take it,
But what
Cooper.
if I need it later on?
Sorry.
Actually,
I'm a gamer.
okay, gamer.
What?
You're gonna
That-
challenge
that
to
hurts.
pick a number question?
Sorry
First
about
the
the
Wendigo
challenge.
thing, and now this. The cryptids are out to get me.
Kill them.
For real, for real.
So I'm sure you guys are curious
Do it.
as to like the breakdown, like how much of
How
that
much
is
of that is?
I've actually heard
how
what
much
you're-
of that is the Yeti?
Mount
Better
Everest
not be 30
is
feet.
clocked in
9,000
at
feet. Is
29,032 feet, and
Okay.
the tallest Yeti is about 15 feet.
Wow.
The fact that I
That's
pulled 29,000 out of nowhere and was 30
Yeah.
feet off.
Thanks,
That's
Cooper.
That's
insane,
crazy.
Thank you, Cooper.
Mount Everest has
Crash
actually
out.
come up before on the podcast. I can't remember which episode.
Probably
but
the
The
blood runs
mountains
cold
episode,
again,
oh.
actually.
Blood
was-
runs cold. Except I didn't ask that question. That was just.
Calvin,
No,
can
we
I
just
ask you a
talked about
question?
that guy.
Can I
What's
ask
that
you a
guy's
question?
name?
Mitch, I'm
George
asking the
Mallory.
question too.
Wait, this is just a general question.
Go ahead, Mitch.
Okay, so
General question?
I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard that like there's like snow and ice on top of Mount Everest, right? But it's also
Supposedly.
but it's also no, I haven't gotten there yet. But it's also like above the clouds, so like they don't get precipitation on top of the mountain. So is it true that like the snow and the ice that's on top of Mount Everest has been there for like a really long time?
What makes you think that clouds can't go above?
That's just what I heard. That's just what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
Don't shoot me. I'm
It
just
could
the
be true.
messenger.
I have no idea. That's why
Mitch
I'm
is
Some
on
asking
people
Calvin
are
about it.
saying
Is
that.
Calvin Googling it?
Some people are saying that the government is run by lizards.
Some people are
That's
saying
what I'm hearing.
Bigfoot's a
That's
Do
science
you
what I'm
think
fiction.
that's
hearing.
true, Calvin? Can you Google that for me?
Okay, I'm googling it right now. And
Can I
it
challenge
says-
Mitch's weird fact poll?
What if I'm right?
Here, I have an answer
Do
for
I
you,
get
Mitch.
points?
do I get a bonus point?
I have an answer for you, Mitch. Okay.
Okay.
Wear wide shoes.
Okay.
We'll look into this later.
That's
It's just what I'm hearing, guys.
the classic.
Not
What
me.
logical fallacy is that where you just like,
Guys,
that's just what I'm hearing?
if you're an atmospheric science person and you're listening to this podcast, can you let us know in the comments, please?
Joe.
Joe,
Mitch is dying to know.
I'm dying to know.
All right, we'll move to question 12 here. Question 12 is a multiple choice question. And we're talking about Nessie, the Loch Ness, or I'm sorry,
Nice.
the Loch Ness monster.
Thank you. Respect Nessie's culture.
Yeah, for real.
Nessie is said to roam the waters of Loch Ness in Scotland. Based off of previous descriptions of Nessie, which of these dinosaurs most resembles the supposed appearance of Nessie? Is it A, Brachiosaurus, B, Marinosaurus, C, Crocosaurus, or D, Plesiosaurus? Mitch, we're starting with you.
Mitch.
I think it's D.
D, Plesiosaurus would be correct.
I
Wow.
was gonna say that's what I gave.
I knew you were going to say that. That's why I answered it.
Some people have claimed it's more like serpent-like and has like, you'll see like several humps protruding from the water, but other people say, you know, it just got like a large body with flippers. So accounts do vary, but Plesiosaurus is got that long neck, was aquatic, and most closely resembles Nessie.
Nice.
So well done, Mitch. That's 3 points
What?
to you.
Score. He's
What
run
was
away
that
with
one
it.
movie where the kid rode like
The
Loch
Good
Ness?
Dinosaur.
No. It was like called like Sea.
Biscuit.
Seabiscuit.
No, not Biscuit. I don't think it's Biscuit because Seabiscuit was a
Now
horse.
you see
I'm
me.
talking about like a little British boy riding
A
a
little British
Lo-
boy.
riding a sea monster.
British boy rides a sea
It was called Sea something.
How to Train Your Dragon.
Was it called Seahorse? It might have been
Well,
called
that's
Sea
Sea
Seahorse.
Biscuit, Cooper. That's Sea Biscuit.
No, I didn't just
Maybe.
dream this up. This is real.
He's crashing out. Ref called that you.
No. Do you guys not remember this
No,
movie?
I don't. I really don't. I'm
I don't
sorry.
remember. Are you thinking
wanna
about
say-
Puff the Magic Dragon?
No.
Are you
I
talking
know
about
what I'm
Dragon
talking
Tail?
about.
Dragon Tail?
I think I don't.
Talking about Land Before Time.
The whole thing is this little kid was riding the sea, like basically Nessie. You guys are laughing. I'm telling the truth.
I don't think you said anything new.
Got him. Calvin got him.
Yeah, you're right.
Damn.
You repeating the
this
same
blue
But I
thing
think
over
it's
and
like
over.
see something. It's see something.
Yes.
No, it's not Biscuit because Biscuit is the Seabiscuit is the horse movie.
Land Before Time 2?
No,
Journey to the center of the earth.
Oh, that's a good one, Aidan. Is that it?
stop
Very
trying.
clear that
I'm just
the
gonna
word
stop
C is in
trying.
the title.
The word C is in the title.
question.
Thank you very much. But it's
Not
not Biscuit. 'cause
Seabiscuit,
that's
we know
horse.
that.
Okay.
But it might be horse.
Seahorse biscuit.
No.
I think
There's
this
no
counts as
biscuits
Cooper's
involved.
crash out, right?
There's no
biscuit.
This is Cooper's crash out, right?
It's Seabiscuit.
Okay. All right, we're moving on.
It might have been Tobey Maguire for all I know.
We're moving on. This is question 13. Question 13 is a multiple choice question, and we're talking about the Mongolian death worm.
Whoa.
Oh, I haven't heard of that one.
Finally.
Oh, why do I know about the Mongolian death?
Well, the Mongolian death worm is said to roam the sands of the Gobi Desert. Which of the following is not a characteristic of the Mongolian death worm? A. Mouths at either end of the worm that are filled with razor sharp teeth. B.
Mitch was
Mitch, I think that is one of them. If you're gonna
Oh,
guess.
Mitch,
well.
go ahead.
you.
A.
Well,
You think it's
A.
A?
I think it's A.
That is not correct.
Dang it.
Loser.
Hey, it's been
so
working for me
confident.
thus far.
Yeah, right. The aura.
Okay. B. The ability to produce electric shockwaves.
wow.
Well,
C. Possesses an extremely toxic venom that can be shot from its mouths. D. Attracted to rhythmic thumps, such as footsteps, in the sand. We're going to Cooper.
That last one was Dune. I'm gonna say that one.
Cooper, that is correct. That is 3 points to
Shoot.
Cooper.
Little do our contestants know that this was the fake answer. Looks like they were fooled this time.
I knew about the Gobi death worm. I think there's like it's Monster of the Week. That's what it is. If you know the TTRPG Monster of the Week, like the intro scenario it gives you is Gobi death worms. That's why I know about it.
Death worm.
Well, Aidan,
Arrakis.
you should have known that, I guess. Should have been able
Yeah,
to
I
buzz in
should have
quicker.
known it.
Should have known. Should have gotten it right.
But that'll be 3 points to Cooper.
I had the thought of he's gonna say something Dune.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he said it. Nice.
Absolutely
nice.
did.
damn.
And Cooper called me on it.
He's doing his best.
All right, question 14.
Yeah.
Question 14. El Chupacabra is said to prey on livestock, draining them of blood through 3 distinct puncture wounds in the shape of a triangle. The first official report was made by a woman named Madeline Tolentino in Puerto Rico in 1995. Since then, El Chupacabra has been sighted throughout North America, Central America, and South America. However, it was later revealed that the initial report was inspired by a film that Madeline had watched previously that year. So which of these films inspired the legend and the appearance of El Chupacabra? Is it A, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, B, Species, C, Alien, or D, Zarkor, the Invader?
I definitely thought you were gonna say Dracula.
Mitch, we're starting with you.
What was option B again?
Option B was Species.
I'm gonna go with that one.
Well, Mitch, that's 3 points to you.
Damn!
Wow.
I'm too good.
I really thought I was going to be able to maybe
That was
chip-
the only
I
one I
also
hadn't
haven't
heard
seen
of. That was the
Species.
only one I hadn't
I
heard
would
of.
like to suss
challenge?
this bus.
Oh, I was thinking
Ooh.
about this one too. Let's see.
Uh-oh.
So, Cooper,
Because it very clearly seems like Dracula would be the answer.
What's the thing that Chupacabra? What was the premise of the question?
Chupapagra.
What was the movie that she
the
watched?
appearance of El Chupacabra was actually like inspired by an alien in a movie.
Of the appearance. Anyway,
Alien
whatever.
movie.
So, Cooper, are you locking in the challenge here?
Consider it locked.
Wow.
Aidan, would you also like to challenge here? Or are you gonna
Nah,
hold
give
on
it
to
to
that?
him. He's
Okay.
gonna give all his points away.
Yeah. Wait, I can't give all my points away if I challenge. No.
That's tough.
Well, I'm sorry, but this was not my challenge question.
Oh.
So, Aidan, you will. I'm sorry, not Aidan. Cooper, you are the
yeah,
Whoa, stay on. Stay back.
Whoa, wait a
My
second.
apologies.
You can have my points when you buy it from my cold dead hands.
That'll be
I can
minus
still win
3
if Aidan
points.
decides not to challenge.
Right.
Oh, I was gonna say, I was really hoping to trip somebody up on this. The guy that designed like the xenomorph from Alien also designed the alien species from the movie Species.
How old is Chupacabra? Because I definitely thought Chupacabra was like an old.
So the first
Cryptid.
published report was from 1995, but
Really?
my understanding is that
I thought it was like
he had been
20s.
claimed to have been cited before that point.
Wow.
But
That was
the first official report described El Chupacabra as,
I thought
kind of
like
an alien
a lot
lizard.
of cryptids started out
like-
as things that like before
Right, like
photography
old.
was a thing. Like it all came from like mythology.
Yeah.
But the things that you're bringing up are like in the 90s.
A lot of them,
A time before photography, the 1990s.
Before the internet or early internet.
right. And I think a lot of times it's hard to like date like the first like encounter or report because
I'd say. I mean, the personalities have to click on the first date, and with the chupacabra, all it wants to do is.
I'm sorry to disappoint
your
you,
blood.
Calvin. I completely guessed. I just went with my gut. Okay, I'm sorry. You
I'm
can't.
disappointed.
You
That's
can't
not very
trip. You
horrifying
can't
of you.
trip. You can't trip someone up if they have no idea what
Well,
answer.
there you go.
a rare moment of vulnerability from Mitch.
Yeah.
All right.
Do I get another crush out now?
No.
Oh,
No.
dang it.
I will give a bonus point for this question though.
Oh.
Gonna reset the buzzers real quick.
Can I challenge this one?
But anyone that knows like the direct translation of El Chupacabra will get a bonus point.
Oh.
Aidan?
Is it like cow sucker or
Chewbacca.
something like that?
Cowsucker is not correct.
Dang.
Does Cooper,
sounds
Mitch,
pretty good.
do you want to take a crack?
Cabra.
Is it like blood? Is it like bloodsucker?
Mitch, you're close. You're also close, but not
Sucker's gotta be in there, right?
Just sucker.
It's such
Miss
something,
Sucker.
right?
It's
Sucker.
the sucker.
Goat
I
sucker,
hardly
perhaps?
know her.
Oh, it's goat sucker. You're so right, Cooper.
quite. It is Goat Sucker. So that
Ah,
is,
damn.
you know,
You
you're
can probably
getting 1
give
point back,
Cooper though. Yeah, that
1
1 point.
point.
There you go. Yeah.
So,
Congrats, Cooper.
Thank
all
you.
right. Well, I think this brings
Good
us
stuff.
to question 15, our
Wow.
final question. We're stepping a little bit outside of like the normal definition of cryptid, and we're kind of moving more into mythology.
Okay.
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to provide a list of famous Greek mythological creatures.
Ooh, I got
Very
this.
fun.
You're going to identify like the animal parts of these creatures,
Yes.
and whoever correctly identifies the parts of the
Oh,
creature,
we're going one by one.
Okay.
we'll go one by one.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And I've got a list of, let's see, 7 different creatures.
Shit. Okay.
7
So whoever
points, or
gets
is it like
the most of
most?
those 7 will get
We'll
the 3
get the
points for
3.
this
Okay.
question.
Cool.
Okay.
We're going to start. Our first creature is the Minotaur.
Dang it, Aidan.
Come on.
Aiden,
Minotaur. Bull
Man.
on top, human on bottom.
Oh.
bull on top, man on bottom is correct. I am also going to ask for you to be as specific as possible. So you can't just say part bull, part man. I want to
Okay.
know like
Bull
what
on
part
top,
is
human
where.
on
Where
bottom.
is it?
Got
Okay.
Got it.
So credit to Aiden on that one.
Credit.
Our next creature is the centaur. Aiden,
Man on
How
top,
am I
horse on
last
bottom.
again?
Aiden's
How
just-
am I last again?
I'm trusting my Greek mythology knowledge, honestly.
Oh, so you're
you're
not
just
even
buzzing
waiting for him
and
to say
then-
it.
I know. I'm waiting for him to say it, but I'm going pretty much
my
immediately.
Gosh.
Okay.
Yeah.
all right, so that's 2 parts to Aiden. Next creature is satyr.
Dang it, I missed the button.
Man on top, goat on bottom.
Correct.
I missed the
Oh
button.
my God, Aiden's just about to get it.
Fuck, baby. This is so good. I love this question.
Aiden's got 3 of the 7, so if he gets a 4th one, he automatically gets
over.
these points. Our next creature is the griffin.
Ooh.
Oh, Cooper.
Does Cooper know Griffin?
Eagle, wings,
And what body?
lion?
Lion body. Okay.
Wait.
those
Does
2
it have a
parts
bird
are
beak?
correct.
I don't remember.
Oh, I got it. I got it.
A
Those 2
hippogriff.
parts are correct. I need one more body part, though.
Another bot. Wait.
So you've got
The
the,
2
wings of a eagle, the body of a lion.
I think I got it.
Body of
Wow.
a lion.
Yeah, but we can give Cooper
Yeah.
a
I'm looking
guess.
for one more.
This is a griffin. It's head of something, isn't it?
It does have a head. That is what I'm looking for.
Head of a bear.
Bear head is not
Dang.
correct.
Aiden's gonna take
So we're
this,
going to
man.
I believe it. Is it in the head of a dragon because it breathes fire? Is
A
that true?
dragon?
It is not a dragon head.
Ooh, maybe I
What
can
is
These
get
it?
it.
aren't
Mitch.
real, Aidan.
So Mitch,
I thought it was just like the wings and like the top of an eagle, the head of an eagle, and then the legs of a lion.
Mitch, that is correct.
Got it.
So I
Head
think
of
there's a difference between a griffin and a hippogriff.
Yes, there definitely is.
hippogriff
Calvin's
a
like, that's
horse?
one of mine.
A hippogriff is like, okay, never mind. I think I got it.
So I don't have hippogriff on my
Okay.
list.
Oh, okay,
I think a
good.
hippogriff is a horse with eagle head and eagle body, maybe.
So
That's
I
right.
do, however,
Horse
I do have
versus
our
lion.
next creature, which is the hippocampus.
Dang it,
That's-
Aiden?
Hippocampus.
That's
I
in
mean,
your brain.
It's just man.
Man.
I believe. Shoot, I'm losing a hippocampus. Actually, I think it's. I'll just say
I know it. I know it.
head of a hippo, body of a serpent. I don't know. That's wrong. I
Wow,
got
that's
that
quite
one.
the image.
So Mitch, we're going to you.
Take it,
I got
Mitch.
this one. Man, I knew my Theros lore would help
Oh,
me
you
here.
motherfucker.
That's the body of a horse, but like the fins of a fish.
What?
I will.
But
okay.
what's the head?
I'm not saying you're wrong here,
Right.
but I am going to give Cooper a chance to also answer.
Wait, can I add one more onto that? Does it have
Appendix
a tail
of
of
a
like
panther.
a tail of like a shark and or fish?
Not quite. The body of a horse,
Or like
but the fins of a
legs,
fish.
like the legs of a horse, the head of a horse, and then like a tail and fins of a fish.
I'll go ahead and give you credit for that, Mitch.
Yes!
It is,
Nice.
like the upper half is horse. It's got like 2 legs and a horse head and a, partial horse body. But then the back half is like fish.
I forgot that.
I'm
one.
coming
Could
for
be
you,
the-
Aidan. I'm coming for you, Aidan.
I'm waiting for him to say one, and I think I.
Oh,
I've
no.
got a magic card
We just
right
gotta
over
buzz
here
in
with
first.
a
Yeah.
picture.
All right. Our next creature is the hippolectron.
Oh, I
Damn
have no
it!
idea. I have
it's
no
not
idea.
the one I want. He said I wanted him to say hippolectron.
Yes. Hippolectrion, I think might be the actual pronunciation.
Hippolectrion.
But we're starting with Aiden.
Head and body of a horse.
Legs of a horse.
Head and body of a horse. Wings of a bird. Pegasus.
That is not correct.
Damn.
Cooper.
Okay. Using context clues, I think the hippo part is water. Back end of a fish, front end of a bird.
That is also incorrect.
Fish bird.
Fish
Mitch?
bird.
I
Flip
think the hippo is not like a hippo. It's like it's a horse,
It's horse?
That's what I think.
but like it is some sort of bird. I don't know what the bird is though, and I don't know the configuration. Is it like
Electrion.
I'm trying to imagine it in my head, but I physically can't.
Albatross.
I'm thinking like hind legs of a horse for some reason, and like instead of 2 front legs, it has maybe wings of some bird. Maybe it's the head of a bird as well.
I think between the 3 of you guys, you had the correct parts at some point.
Nice.
But nobody
Who's he,
correctly
me?
identified. The hippolectrion is the front part of a horse and the back part of a rooster.
That's right.
Oh,
I
rooster.
knew that. I knew that.
I
What
didn't
is
know
the
that
point
one. That's
of that?
ridiculous. Was that all?
Yeah, I've seen that before, and it has like so. It's got like those like hind like or not a turkey, but a chicken. Legs of a chicken. It looks really weird. I've seen that
Yeah.
before.
What
Because
purpose?
it's not meant to exist.
Do I get the 1 for that for being closest?
I'm going to say nobody
If-
gets credit for it.
Yeah, if,
Well, then Aiden just wins, right?
yeah. Aiden
So
wins no
I do
matter
have
what.
no, we can
one
tie.
more creature.
So we can
one more
tie.
creature.
We can tie.
Yeah.
Okay.
So when we
Aiden.
clear these buzzers, our final creature is the Chimera.
Yes, that's the one I was
Damn
waiting for.
it.
Thank God.
That's a car. That's a car.
Chimera.
Aiden, hit me with it.
Body of a lion. Second head that is a goat. Tail of is a snake.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and say that's
Wait.
correct.
Does it have 2 heads?
Yeah.
Well,
3
it
heads.
technically has 3 heads, yeah.
But the
So
tail is the
Dragon.
snake, and it's also a head,
Oh,
right?
okay, fair enough.
Yes. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's
The tail counts as a head?
Well, because he has a head on the tail.
That
It's a snake.
doesn't seem fair.
And if I'm not mistaken, that means
Aiden wins.
Aiden is getting the 3 points for that
Fair.
question.
Your ass it
This
does.
is where D&D hurt me, because I'm pretty sure when you build the monster, you can make it give it any different heads that you want. It's not specific.
build a chimera.
So I think that's probably
Yeah, it's
where I
become
struggled.
like a catch-all term for just smushing monsters,
Right,
smushing
exactly.
animals together.
Smush.
Damn it.
Smush.
Damn it.
Alrighty. Well, that does it for all
That
of our
feels good.
questions.
You still have to challenge, though.
We're going to circle back to
Give
our
them points
challenge
away.
here.
Let me win.
So Cooper's already used his challenge.
What do we got scores right now?
I think. Oh, yeah, that's a good question.
Let's go ahead and figure that out.
I'll count.
I got 10.
Aidan, you have 10. Cooper, how many points do you have?
I have 6.
Yep,
so I
that
cannot
checks
win.
out.
I've got 12.
And then 12.
Wow.
Oh, that's crazy.
So no matter what
So-
I lose,
We're pretty close here.
Unless I
Wait for
don't
first.
guess. At least both of us don't guess.
that is completely
I think
fair.
I think I have a guess though.
I think
Calvin.
I do too, actually.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Do you want to say yours first, then, Aidan?
So just a reminder.
I'm locked in.
Oh, do you guys want to hear the questions, or do you guys
No.
think you know it?
No.
I think I got
I'm
it.
good.
Okay.
I don't know the
we'll
number
just-
of the question. This is intense.
Mongolian deathworm.
Ooh.
I think maybe he
Ooh.
stole the Arrakis Dune thing from those things.
Ooh,
But it
okay.
was made in the 90s, like all other cryptids.
I don't know. All cryptids birthed in the 90s.
Mitch, what would you like to challenge?
Okay, I do want to just clarify what the answer was, because I thought that it was ridiculous when you said it. Whatever question was Bigfoot's or shoe size. I literally
size.
wrote on
50.
here. Sorry, this is an invitation to a wedding. I'm writing on an invitation to a wedding. Bigfoot's shoe size right there.
Yes.
Wow.
So
Question mark.
Bigfoot's shoe size would be size 50.
I think that's bullshit. That's
so,
my
he said
challenge.
biggest Bigfoot, though.
I know. I don't believe it. I don't believe
Okay.
it.
He's
50
big
size
feet.
50.
But he
He
doesn't
has
want to
big
cramp his
feet.
toes. He doesn't want to
He
cramp
wears
his
Got the
wide
He wears
shoes.
wide shoes. I think that's bullshit. I think that's totally bullshit.
He wears a 50 wide. That's the challenge.
Tell me I'm right,
Yeah.
Calvin. Just tell me I'm right. Go ahead.
Well, Mitch,
He's right.
I'm sorry. That is
Oh.
not the challenge question.
But buddy,
So I lose 3?
That is -3 in Mitch.
get it?
Aidan, you've identified my
Oh.
challenge.
He took the dub.
That's insane. Oh my god, that was my crash
Right?
in of the
How
episode.
many do you have
Yeah.
now?
Yes, 13, baby.
Yeah, you. Dang it.
So it does the Dune thing got it from that?
I don't know when like the Mongolian deathworm was like first identified. It is supposedly one of its characteristics that it is drawn to like tremors and seismic, pressure in the sand.
Heck yeah. Shout out to Monster of the Week. Maybe that's the end for playing a TTRPG on the podcast. We've talked about cryptids enough time. We can play Monster of the Week.
Now we can
Right.
fight the Gobi Deathworm.
All right. Well, I think
That
that
was
does
awesome.
it. That's
Wow.
we'll do a final point tally here. Aidan, you finished in
13, baby.
with
I
13.
said I was going to win, and I did. Who's aura farming now?
Who's Mitch next?
Mitch in second with
I got 9.
with
I got
9 points,
6.
and Cooper in third with 6. All right,
Let's
well,
go.
it looks like we have arrived at our destination. That's all the time we have for trivia. A big thank you to Mitch, Cooper, and Aidan for joining me today on this episode, and also a big thank you to all of our listeners, especially Bigfoot. We know you're out there, and we know that you love the podcast.
Yeah,
Love you,
big fan. Thank you for your emails.
If you've enjoyed listening to the show, if you've learned something new while listening to the show, or if you too believe in Bigfoot, please take a moment to share Bust One Trivia with your friends and leave us a review. We're continuing to grow, and every bit of exposure and interaction helps us out. If you have any comments, questions, or future topics you'd like to see on the show, you can reach out to us at Bust One Trivia on most of the social media platforms, or you can email us at bustonetrivia@gmail.com. That's all spelled out. And if you'd like to further support the show, we also have some groovy merchandise available at bustonetrivia.com. We've got a special summer promotion happening right now where nearly every item is on sale, so you should go check it out. And then finally, a big thank you to Vert for the use of his music as our intro and outro soundtracks. It's a certified banger.
Banger.
It's a certified
Banger,
banger.
banger.
5978.
And that's going to be it for us. So we'll see you next time on Bust One Trivia. So long and stay squatchy.
Water horse. It's called water horse.
Now that the episode is over, can I crash out, please?
You can crash out, man.
I should have won that!